Hey, welcome back to Monique's Book List. So, we're here to talk about my goals for reading in 2019. The reason why I set goals for myself, especially with establishing a new booktube channel, is that one, I really want to be consistent with both my reading and also um, my channel. I want to put as much effort as I can in it and also just basically be consistent. So, with that being said, I'm going to talk about my reading goals. So, in 2018, I challenged myself to read 50 books. And I did say in a previous video that I didn't know if I would be able to read that many books going into the next year, with the possibility of my daughter needing speech therapy and just life and work, because I am taking on a new role in my job. And then my husband reminded me that I read about 50% of the books that I consume. So he said, I'm pretty sure you could accomplish that goal with no problem. He's example, I've listened to 3 books in the last 4 days. So I don't watch a lot of TV. And when I do watch TV, I'm watching The Office. Anyway, so I want to challenge myself to reading 10 more books than I did last year. So instead of reading 50, I want to read 60 books, at least 60 books in 2019. Of those 60 books, I want to read at least 2 to 4 classics. I'm gonna hopefully finish Frankenstein. Hopefully, I know I have Frankenstein to finish, and I know I want to read The Time Machine, and I want to read Moby Dick. It's one of the books I really am looking forward to. I know it's a hefty book, and I hear it's very boring. So I'm gonna pair it with some other books, but I want to get through it by the end of the year. So I know at least those 3 books I'm anticipating reading. Um, there's probably a fourth one out there that I want to read, but I want to read at least 2 to 4 classics. I know of those 60, I want at least 2 to 4 of them to be classics. I want to another goal is to try to read at least 1 or 2 popular YA books, just so I can understand what the hype is, just so that I'm not being dismissive of YA, but giving it a chance. Um, it's hard for me because I don't really enjoy a lot of YA books. Like, I don't enjoy the angst in these books. But again, I say that, but 2 of my favorite book series are, of course, of YA. Everyone knows of Harry Potter, and everyone knows the Hunger Games, and um, Twilight. I know a lot of people hate Twilight, but I love it. And yeah, so I'm going to try to read more YA and sci-fi. I think out of all the genres there is out there, my least favorite to read is sci-fi. I don't really care about sci-fi books. But I want to read more because I want to be well versed in the type of genre of books there are and be able to converse intelligently about books that I am not necessarily in love with, but have a feel for. So, sci-fi and YA it is my number two goal for 2019. My number 3 goal is to film at least 25 videos for this channel, which I am going to try to do my best at. And the reason why that's important for me on this channel is because I want to grow my content. I don't know if it will grow my audience, but I want to grow my content. I want to be consistent. Talking about books is something that I'm very passionate about, as well as sewing. But I love books, and I love encouraging people to read. And this is a platform where I can do that. So if I have content, it's out there. I just want to be consistent and grow the content. I want to that goes into my next goal, which is getting better at the lighting, hopefully getting a better camera, getting better at editing. So just mastering how to produce better content for my channel. I know there's tons of people there's tons of I know there's programs out there who could teach me that, but I am a hands-on student, so I would prefer to just learn and grow. All right, my next goal is to hopefully start a book club, a local book club in my city. I'm going to start with my friends, of course, because they'll put up with me. Uh, and I think that by starting a book club, a local book club, it would encourage me to read outside of my comfort zone because I wouldn't be the only one picking the books. I want to start a local book club so that it will encourage me, of course, to read outside of my book comfort zone, and also just to help encourage people to read. So I'm going to start with my friends. So I think 4 of my friends and I have agreed to read at least 1 book a month together and then basically sit and talk. All right. And my next goal is to read at least 3. My husband told me that people get weirded out when people do 3 like this, and people are used to this. I don't know if it's for me. Read at least 3 unpopular books to completion. So the problem with this is once you go into a book with the mindset that a lot of people have told you that it's stupid or it's bad, you're most likely not going to enjoy it because people have told you that it's bad. So I find that to be the hardest challenge for me, or the hardest goal for me, because I can't imagine my mind, like I'm going to have to actively try to go into the books neutral so that I can take away what I liked and what I didn't like from the book. So I think that's going to be my hardest goal. And my last goal, which is a very easy goal for me, is to continue to encourage people to read by any means necessary. And that means BookTube, just telling people about books, reading to my daughter all the time, and making sure that my nieces and nephews, like, they hate me. I am the worst person at Christmas if you're not a reader, because you're getting a book from me. I mean, I might get you I usually get you what you want plus a book that I feel like I would like for you to read. And most of my nieces and nephews are cool with it. They're like, they know they're gonna get a book from their aunt. So those are my goals for next year. I think they're very easy goals. There's only 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and if you count the read 2 to 3 classics, so 9 goals. But yeah, those are my goals for 2019. Again, they're not hefty, they're not crazy. They're not anything. It's not, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be hard for me to accomplish them. I just want to make sure I accomplish them. Yeah, I just want to make sure I accomplish them. I don't know why I was going to say something else there. But anyway, yeah, so those are my goals for 2019. What are your goals for 2019? Are you going to read more? Are you going to read a different type of book? Yeah, so just let me know. Let me know what you're going to be doing in 2019. Thank you again. Bye.